Hi, this is Dave. Back in 2013, Tesla was fluctuating between $30 and $40 in the beginning of the year. My wife wanted me to sell our Tesla stock at $40 so we could, quote unquote, try to get back in at a lower price. In this video, I'm going to tell you what I told my wife, and I'm going to share some thoughts on my view of trading in and out of stock positions. The culture of the stock market is so short-term focused, and oftentimes it's driven by fear and greed. And so when the stock goes up, people get scared that it's going to drop and they're going to lose their profits. And so they want to sell the stock and take the profits. That's fine if you're a professional trader. But if you've caught on to a generational stock, a stock that you believe has a clear and probable path to a 10x valuation within 5 to 10 years, I don't think it's probably a good idea to try to trade in and out of the stock, because at one point the stock often just skyrockets and you're left behind chasing the stock and you're not able to get back in with the same amount of position that you had before. I've seen this played out over and over during the years with Tesla stock. Back in 2012, Tesla was trading in a range of $27 to $30, and people thought they were so smart that they would exit at $30 and try to catch it back at $27. And a few times they might have done that, but most of them got caught as the stock was rising. They were never able to get back in to a full position of Tesla that they had before. In 2013, Tesla was trading at another range of kind of $33 to $40, and people on forums were saying, this is easy money, just sell when it's at $40 and get back in at $33. Like, this is like the easiest money I've ever made. My wife was reading these forums as well, and we had finished building our Tesla position by this time. My wife comes to me and says, Dave, let's sell our Tesla stock at $40 right now, and maybe we can try to get back in when it's lower at like around $30. And I looked at her and I said, are you crazy? This is insane. And she says, well, lots of people are doing it. I read all these forums and people say it's easy money. You just trade in and out of these stocks. And I say, you don't understand. Tesla, I'm valuing this company right now between 10 and $20 billion. But their market cap is at $3.5 to $4 billion, meaning at any moment, if Tesla really delivers good news, this stock can skyrocket 100 points. And I don't want to miss out on that dramatic rise. See, back in 2013, Tesla was experiencing some ramp issues with the Model S. It had won the Motor Trend Car of the Year. People were fanatic about the car. The owners were raving about it, except the media was portraying Tesla on the verge of bankruptcy as a car company that had no chance. And as a result, the market cap had been depressed down to about $3.5 to $4 billion. Now think about it. Tesla had won the Motor Trend Car of the Year. They had a fantastic Model S car that was better than anything else in this market segment. And just based off of those criteria, Tesla, in my opinion, was worth at least $10 to $20 billion. Even if Tesla was on the verge of bankruptcy or was about to go bankrupt, I felt a company like Apple or Google or another big tech company could come in and inject capital or even take over Tesla, because Tesla had the brand, they had the product, and they were in a huge market of transportation that was going to evolve with technology. And I felt that Tesla at $3.5 to $4 billion had immense amount of margin of safety, meaning it was difficult for Tesla to go down much lower than that, especially because they had a solid product, a solid brand, solid owners, and a great trajectory of growth. One of the issues I have with people trading in and out of Tesla stock back when it was between $30 and $40 was that they were missing out on the bigger picture. Elon Musk had already committed to try to achieve a $40 billion market cap in his 2012 CEO compensation plan. And so Elon Musk had laid out the vision for a 10x valuation. It's just that people were so short-sighted, trying to just pick the pennies and sell at 37, get back at 35. But in many ways, that's the culture of not just the stock market, but the culture of society at large. So short-term focused, so fear-driven. Oftentimes, it's so difficult for people to see the bigger picture and think long-term. Another big issue I had back then of people trading in and out of Tesla stock was I believe they misunderstood and underestimated the complexity of what Tesla had achieved to that point. You see, Tesla, in building the Model S, it wasn't just a prototype car. They were ramping up manufacturing of this car, delivering it to thousands of customers. And these customers were fanatically excited and enthusiastic about the car. I had driven a Tesla Model S back in 2012, and it blew me away. I knew instantly after a few minutes in the car, this was by far better than any other car on the market. And when people were trading in and out of their Tesla stock, I think they misunderstood and didn't appreciate the complexity of how many things that Tesla had already achieved. Tesla had built out a brand and trust. Like, that's very difficult to do. Their cars had performed with reliability and they were safe up until that point. They had rolled out service centers. They had rolled out superchargers. People could charge at home. Tesla was providing the complete package. They had brand, they had trust, they had reliability, they had safety, they had charging, and they had the whole package in a car that was much better than anything else in the market. And that's very difficult to do. And to accomplish that, there needs to be a wide range of innovation and execution. And most people completely missed out on how much Tesla had executed and performed up until that point. You see this a lot. People underestimate the complexity of what it takes to do certain things. For example, when Tesla was building their China factory, people had seen that in October that Tesla got a couple licenses and there were rumors of parts being shipped in units of thousands, and people were assuming that Tesla was gonna start production in October and produce thousands of units by the end of October and deliver thousands. And so people had estimates of 10 or 20,000, Model 3s delivered in China by the end of the year. And my reaction was, Tesla had given an end of December timeline, and there's so much complexity in ramping production in a new factory in a new country. And the best case scenario really is to produce a limited number of cars by the end of December. But people underestimate the complexity of what it takes to build a complex car in a new country, in a new factory. And because of that underestimating of the complexity, they tend to trivialize certain things. And that's why timelines are especially difficult to grasp. I think people are severely underestimating the genius of the Model 3. Like, the Model 3 has taken over a complete market segment in the car market, and it's such an amazing vehicle. And it's not just because it's a car that drives well, it's because of the entire experience. The Model 3 has got trust, it's got brand, it's got reliability, it's got safety. Like, those things are very difficult to achieve. It's got amazing driving dynamics, it's got acceleration, it's got technology, it's got autopilot features. Like, it's an amazing car in so many ways. It's upgradable in the future. It's got over-the-air software updates. It's got service centers. It's got superchargers that are just increasing over time in an amazing rate. And this entire experience of the Tesla experience with the Model 3, people underestimate how complex and how much it takes to get to that point. And that's why I think when we look at Tesla in the competition, people look at, here's a Taycan or here's a VW ID3, and they look at that as competition. But these other cars and other manufacturers don't have the execution and the complete ecosystem that Tesla brings with each of its cars. I think people also are underestimating the Model Y and what Tesla has accomplished with the Model Y. This is going to be one of the safest cars out there, reliable car. It's going to drive like a dream, better than any other car in its segment. It's got a growing field of superchargers, of service centers. The brand is strong, and autopilot is just getting better and better, faster than any other car company in the world. Tesla's got a huge hit on its hands with the Model Y, but people have yet to realize it because people underestimate what it takes to make a hit product like the Model Y in an entrenched market. There are tons of car companies that are spending billions and billions of dollars to try to improve their products, yet Tesla comes in and makes a far superior product, and that's not easy to do, and people are yet to completely grasp what that means. Over time, as adoption increases, as more and more people buy a Tesla, we're going to start to see the acceptance that Tesla is far beyond any other car company out there. And just like it took some time for the iPhone to gain acceptance as this is really a hit product by Apple, it's going to take some time for people to realize the Model 3, the Model Y, and future cars by Tesla are not just hit products, but these are products that other car companies just can't catch. They're way ahead of the curve, and they're setting the pace of innovation in the future of transportation. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Please like the video, put a comment in the comment field, and also share this video with others. That's really gonna help. Share it on Reddit, on your favorite forums, share it with your friends on Facebook, share it everywhere you can. Get the word out, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.